Hello, everybody out there. This is Gary Bledsoe, and I want to talk to you about how bad do you want it? Welcome back. I want to talk to you about how bad do you really want it? I've always said that the reason why people don't move from point A to point B is because they really, truly don't want it bad enough. They just kind of want it. It's like, I kind of want to have this, I kind of want to have that, but I'm not willing to take the action. I call these people convenience junkies, meaning that they are so convenient. They will only take action when it's convenient for them. They will only make a move when it's convenient. They will only make a move if it's in their comfort zone. If it steps outside their comfort zone, they won't take a move. And success lies mere centimeters outside of your comfort zone. We've all heard the story of the lady who had gained some extraordinary strength when a kid was stuck under the car. She actually lifted that car up in which she was able to get her kid out from under the car. She gained that much motivation to do it at that time. But what happened 5 minutes later after she put the car down and got her kid out? No more. She couldn't lift it. Did the car increase in weight? Did she did all of a sudden she lost all of her strength, or she gained some extra powers? No. What happened was desperation of how bad she wanted to get her kid out of that car, from under that car, kicked in to the point where the car's weight, the weight of the car, was no longer an obstacle. And that's what you have to do for your business. I remember having a conversation with someone on in the group page, and I kind of didn't know about how I should want to answer it because I kind of didn't want to, but I said, you know what, I'll help this person because they need to understand, if someone came to you right now and they said, and I'm going to be a little vivid here, I'm going to be a little visual, and they had a gun to your kid's head, or your mother's head, or your wife's head, or your family's head, or somebody that's really close to you in your family. And they said, if you don't go out in the next week, in the next 7 days, and I want you to go out and I want you to talk to 500 people and tell them about your Avon business. I don't care if these people join you or don't join you, but I want you within 7 days to go out and talk to 500 people. Matter of fact, I'll even do better for you. I want you to take 10 days in which I want you to go out and talk to 500 people. I don't care how you do it, but if I don't see you out there, I'm going to have my people watching you. And if I don't see you out there talking to 500 people within the next 10 days, I'm going to kill your family. I'm going to kill the person you love. They're going to be no longer have life in their body. What would happen? You will start from that moment on, and for the next 10 days, each day, you would talk to 50 people. You would do it so vividly, so fast, so quick, in which how bad do you want it has kicked in. That is exactly what you must do. See, a lot of people, they don't work with the end in mind. They work with the beginning in mind. And what I mean by the beginning in mind is they see what uncomfortable thing can happen now if they go out there and do it. But they want the end result, but they see the uncomfortable stuff now. No, you need to work with the end in mind. You need to see how bad do you want it? What type of desperation? Because if somebody did that to you and they threatened your loved one and with the loss of life, that desperation, that sense of urgency would kick in so fast to the point where you would decide, and to me, decide rhymes with suicide and homicide. You would put to death all of the decisions. See, it's Latin based, that word, decide. You will put to death all of the decisions of you are not going to go do it because it's uncomfortable, because it puts you out of your comfort zone, because it's not convenient for you. And you would do whatever it took to talk to 500 people within 10 days, whether they said yes or no, in order to join your business because you want to see your loved one survive. That's exactly what you have to ask yourself. You need to reassess your thoughts. You need to reassess your motivation. You need to reassess your feelings. No one can motivate you but you. You're the only person that can motivate yourself. And you need to find that whatever it is, that sense of motivation, that internal drive that says, I want it no matter what. I want it no matter what. One of the top income earners in the company that I'm with, this last 2 week cycle made over $20,000. Over 20,000, and you know why she made over $20,000? And that one check, she received one check for over $20,000. You know why she received that? Because she stayed focused. She knew how bad she wanted. She had a sense of urgency. She never deviated into all these other different network marketing companies and went into all this thing. She stayed laser focused, in which she truly realized how desperate she wanted it. She put herself in that self-motivation. And she said, I want it bad. I want it bad. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get what I want. And she stepped out of her comfort zone. She removed the convenience, being a convenience junkie. And look at years later, making $20,000 over $20,000 every 2 week cycle, $40,000, $50,000 to $60,000 a month. And then she duplicated herself and produced other income earners that's making that kind of money because she wanted it bad. So my question to you is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to succeed in this opportunity? How bad do you really want people to look at you and say, she did it or he did it? How bad do you want it? Because if you don't want it that bad to the point where you feel like someone is trying to kill your family, if you don't do the necessary steps in order for it to build your business, if you don't feel like your kid is stuck under that car, and if you don't be able to lift that car up, and that car represents talking to over 500 to 600 people or 300 people every single month or 100 people every single month, if you're not willing to do that, then you don't want it bad enough. You just kind of want it, and guess what's going to happen? It kind of might happen, but it more so kind of won't happen. So you got to learn how to be able to say, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to make that extra phone call? Are you willing to put that extra advertisement out? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone no matter what to get what you want? Because at the end of the day, you want your children, you want your spouse to look at you when you're not around and say, I'm so glad I married him or her. Or I'm so glad he or she is my dad or my mom. You want it that bad. So decide, do you kind of want it or do you really want it? Because the question is, how bad do you want it? This is Gary Bledsoe signing off. Have a good holiday. Thank you.